Hey there, Gooners. Welcome back to GoonerPavilion. And let's talk about this. Where you come for the Arsenal, stay for the family. And we're going to talk about the January transfer window. It's in a couple of days now. Saka is sidelined until February. The big question is who can step up or come in to fill the void? I've got two names that I want us to talk about: Mohammed Kudus from West Ham and Liam Delap at Ipswich. Who's the better fit? How do they stack up against Arsenal needs? Let's break it down together. Okay, guys, let's start with the elephant in the room. Saka's absent. I don't need to tell you what a massive love this is. I've already done a video about this. Involved in a loss of goals, involved in loss of assists. The guy's been involved in over a third of our goals this season. So that's not just a player, that's a system, right? So how do we cope? And no, I'm not buying into this nonsense that Arsenal can't function without Saka because we've proven we can adapt. But let's be real, right? It's January, could be a pivotal month for our title push. Liverpool's flying, Chelsea's on the tail, Nottingham Forest don't seem like they're slowing down. We've got Brentford coming up, we've got Brighton, we've got United coming up. So the question is, do we need reinforcement or do we just trust the squad we have? Now, let's talk about Mohammed Kudus because for me, this guy has been electric since he joined West Ham from Ajax. He's got pace, creativity, and that ability to produce something out of nothing, right? And if, I've watched West Ham a few times and I kind of, look at him and think, he's the sort of player that could fit into, Arsenal system, right? He's racked up 3 goals, which doesn't scream world class. But hear me out. He's not playing in a system or a team that dominates possession like Arsenal does. So just imagine Kudos with Odegaard and Martinelli. He's got the versatility to play on the right, through the middle, or even deeper if we need him to, because he can hold the ball, he can press, he can create. He's got that touch of flair that makes him unpredictable. And let's not forget, he's already adjusted to the Premier League, so there is no 6 month adaptation period for him. So just think about what we did with Trossard, right? And how Trossard came in and he hit the ground running, right? But here's the real question. Does West Ham let him go? Especially after, the last deal with Arsenal with Declan Rice, over 100 million. They're a mid-table team, and who wouldn't want to lose one of their best players, right? Plus, if we're talking price, you're probably looking at 50 or 60 million, right? Is that worth it for a player who might only be a short-term fix? I mean, what do you guys think, right? Now, Liam Delap, this kid has been tearing it up for Ipswich, scoring goals. You can see that he's almost their beacon of light right now in the Premier League, and they are looking to him, to help make things happen. He's involved in a lot of things today. He was involved in the 2 goals, as well. So that's pretty impressive, right? And it's someone that I feel like, can play in the top team, right? And, sometimes because he's young, he's 21, I feel like he can still learn and he can even still become better. Now, his playing style is different from Kudos. So he's your classic center forward, he's physical, great in the air, and knows how to hold up the ball. And in some ways, he's the type of player we don't really have right now. And we got a real close look at him when we played Ipswich recently. And I don't really count Havertz, as an all-in-all striker, but that's a different, conversation. But here's where it gets tricky. Arsenal's system doesn't really rely on a target man. We're about fluidity, interchanging positions, quick transition. Would bringing in Delap mean we have to adjust our style? And is he really ready to make that leap to a team that's challenging for the Premier League title? I'm not saying he's not talented, but is he the right kind of talented for us? I mean, Arsenal. And let's be honest, Ipswich should be desperate to keep him. He's their top scorer and arguably their most important player right now. What would it take to pry him away? 30 million, 40 million? I mean, we've got form, right? Going to teams that are not so fancied and maybe getting players, right? Remember what we did with Ramsdale from Sheffield, and then also went to Brentford and got Raya, even though I wasn't sold on Raya, for a while until recently. Okay, let's just zoom in a little bit because I've just been, thinking about this, recently, and it's like, okay. What do Arsenal actually need with Saka out? We are missing that directness on the right wing. Someone who can take on defenders, create something out of nothing, right? Kudus fits that mold. He's versatile, he's quick, and has the technical ability to slot into our system seamlessly. Delap, on the other hand, offers something different, right? An aerial presence and a physical edge. But do we need that right now? Or is that a plan B, for the summer? Personally, I'm leaning towards Kudus. He feels like a better fit for Arteta's style and is already shown he can deliver in big games. What about you? What do you think fits our needs even better? I mean, guys, I want to hear from you. This way you come in. What's your take? Should Arsenal go all in for Kudos, or is Delap the guy we need? Or maybe you've got someone else in mind, someone under the radar that we're not been talking about. So drop your thoughts in the comments, right? Because I do want to hear from you guys. It's a big conversation, right? And I want to hear from you. Also, what do you think about the January transfer window in general? Do we need one or two signings, or are you happy with the squad we've got, right? Here's my take. Arsenal's title challenge isn't going to be defined by one player, but player is a chance, but January is a chance to strengthen, to add depth, to show the rest of the league that we mean business. Kudus feels like the right move to me. He's versatile, proven, fits a style, Delap talented, no doubt, but maybe more of a summer project than a mid-season solution. But hey, this is football. Anything can happen in January. So let's just hope Arteta and the guys up there are cooking something really, really special, right? And they can do something to really strengthen the squad because this could be a real opportunity for us, especially with Man City having the kind of season that they have, right? So, guys, that's it for GoonerPavilion today. Remember, if you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with fellow Gunners, right? Until next time, guys, let's keep the faith and come on, you Gunners.